Hey everybody, it's Aubrey from Drafted and Vinayak. We're here. We haven't done a daily draft in a little bit because it's getting colder, but we're braving the colds. We got some friends behind us too.
Yeah, we got some
picked up on our way.
we got some locals here. We got Desmond, Nico, Xavier, and Kaylin. So thanks for being our special guests today here in Cambridge. So today I actually wanted to talk about a post that I recently wrote about the champion and veto system. It's called CVS, and we use this system to actually figure out what the decision-making process is after you interview someone. So the idea is that once you interview someone, you might... Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Okay, so what is the champion veto system?
The champion veto system, or CVS, is a system that helps you during the post-interview powwow. So you might have a rubric or an interview scorecard that you have your interviewers fill out after a candidate leaves the office post-interview. But the reality is that most decisions actually get made emotionally and fundamentally in that post-meeting, post-interview powwow. And so the champion veto system is something that protects you against this idea that happens a lot in a lot of companies, where people kind of make the decision without filling out the scorecards, and then they fill out the scorecards later to kind of validate the decision that they already came to. And they don't actually use the scorecards as a way to make the decision or like to help them in making the decision. And so the champion veto system is kind of a way to make sure that you keep your quality of hire bar really high and don't end up missing out on great hires either. So here's how it goes. The default for any candidate, if no one feels strongly either way, like if everyone feels ambivalent about the candidate, like, it's like, I think they could do the job, but I wasn't super impressed, then the default answer is a no. Like, you don't hire someone just because they have the skills unless there's someone on the interview team who's willing to be a champion for them, who believes in them, who think that they have a lot of potential. Now, not everyone has to be a champion. All it takes is one champion. And the other reason why it would be an automatic no is if someone is vetoing the candidate, in the sense that someone says, I feel so strongly that this person would not be a good fit for our team that I'm willing to bet my job on it. It's like, I think that this person would ruin our team, and or they would ruin my working environment, or they would be really bad for the team. This is actually really good because it gives a lot of power in the interview process, especially to underrepresented groups and minorities who might be on your interview panel. It's like, how common is it, especially in tech, that you'll have an all-male interview panel except for one person? And so giving that person veto power allows you to actually give your minority segments in your company a lot more power during the interview process, and also override champions that are championing just because they might have some preconceived notions about the candidate.
So the champion is like a make or a break sometimes too.
Yeah. I mean, the idea behind the champion is having a champion allows someone to pull a candidate through the interview process and turn them into hire, even when no one else feels strongly about them. And this is really great for recognizing candidates that have a lot of potential but might not come from a traditional background, right? So, for example, maybe someone doesn't have that, top-tier university computer science degree, but maybe one of the interviewers watched them code, whereas all the other interviewers just did an interview based on the resume. And so the one that watched them code might think, this was an amazing coder, they're amazing at programming, I can't imagine a world where they're not on our team. And so that person can champion them and pull them through, even if there might be some other interviewers that are not that impressed with them.
Right, and so the champion doesn't even need to be somebody who knows them personally. It can be somebody who just saw something in them that was enough for them to want that person on their team.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think in some cases you might have, some people might consider that the only champions can be people that are familiar with the candidate personally,
right?
Or people that have referred them. But that's not true. I mean, a champion is just someone who knows enough about the candidate to make a strong case in their favor.
Awesome. Well, everybody should go read the blog post because it's really great and everybody on the team loves it. So thank you for sharing all about our champion and veto powers. Bye, everybody.